My 2020 KLX140, and today I'm going to be installing a tall seat and a tall seat cover on it. Now these both came from eBay. I was looking online. I was thinking about getting the BBR ones, but it was kind of pricey. It was like $180 for the BBR tall seat foam with the BBR cover. These were from eBay. They were $107 shipped, $100 plus $7 in tax, free shipping. The foam feels pretty nice. It's nice and squishy. It feels pretty firm though, compared to the stock seat. Not super firm, but definitely a lot firmer than the stock seat. And then the cover looks pretty nice too. They had a couple different colors. You could get like the black one like I did with the green stripes, or you could get a green one with black stripes. They didn't have an all black. I was kind of hoping for that, but I think for the price difference in the BBR one, it's like $70 cheaper for this setup. And the quality, I mean, it was packaged really nice. The quality seems good. It's not like a super thin material. It feels like any other dirt bike seat cover that I've had before in the past. So we'll see if we can get this installed and mounted. We're going to take the stock seat off and take the cover and the foam off the stock seat, and then we're going to put the tall foam and then that seat cover on it. And looks to be pretty quality. I can't imagine the BBR stuff feels or looks much different than this stuff. So but we will see if it mounts up and if the seat cover is big enough to stretch over that tall foam. And yeah, I was just going to make a video on it because I didn't see any other videos really on installing a tall seat on a KLX140, and I especially didn't see any of the cheap eBay ones installing on a KLX140. So I'm going to get to installing this, and then after, I feel like there's plenty of videos online on how to install a seat cover, and I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm not going to film myself actually installing the seat or the cover. I'm just showing you before I put on the bike what you're going to look like, what it's going to look like, and what you get from the eBay one. And then I'm just going to show you the bike after I have the seat and the tall foam and the seat cover already on it, just to see the difference. So right now you can see the dip in the seat, what that looks like. And then when I'm done, I'll refilm it so you can see what the difference is going to be with the taller seat foam. All right, so here's the seat. Here's the new seat foam. Let me adjust this here. There's the seat foam on the seat. It's like a perfect fit. I have zero complaints and zero issues with the fitment of that foam on the stock seat. If you're interested to see the height difference, there's that for you. In the stock seats obviously up front, and the aftermarket one is up back. Try to get ground level with you here. As far as the width of them, they're about the same for the width. This one's definitely a little stiffer. All right, let's put it on. Here it is with the eBay tall seat and seat cover. There's the height difference. You can scroll back in the video to see the OEM one. Overall, I took it for a little ride. I sat on it. Overall, I would give the eBay one I mean, I don't have the BBR one, and I've never had the BBR one. I have had the BBR seats on a KLX110 though, and they're very, very nice. What I can say about this is the foam fit pretty good. One thing that does bother me is there's like a gap right here in between the tank, like the tank shroud and the seat, which the stock seat, it didn't have this little gap here. And the reason is because the foam was a little different. On the stock seat, the foam kind of wrapped around the plastic seat a little bit. And on this one, it just kind of sits on the outside, like right there, that's the plastic right there that I'm feeling right there. So where on the stock one, it kind of wrapped around and it filled this gap a little bit more. So that's one thing that I'm noticing. about this one versus the stock seat. I'm not sure if the BBR one does that or not. The grippiness of the cover, just like any other seat that I've ever had on a dirt bike, it feels great. As far as like comfort, I rode it around, I sat on it, it's very comfortable. I would give it a 10 out of 10 on the comfort factor. I would give it, on the overall appearance, I would give it probably like an 8 out of 10. I think it looks really good. This gap does bother me though. I'll show you the other side. I do wish they had an all black, black with the black ribs. I'm not really a super big fan of the green, but that's not necessarily the company's fault. I chose this color. On this side, there's the gap. Overall, I would give it like an 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10. If you wanted to spend an extra $70, you could go with the BBR one. It might be a little more high quality than this. It might not have the gap. I'm not really sure though. Maybe somebody in the comments can check in. But overall, it was pretty easy to install. This is my first cover I've ever installed. And I didn't get any wrinkles minus this one little wrinkle right here. So overall, it was a pretty easy installation. I used an air nailer to install the staples. But the back is really flush. Back looks really nice. And it feels like a noticeable difference compared to the stock one, especially being that I have these taller bars on here. My knees still clear, even with the taller seat, my knees still have like probably 3 or 4 inches of room to clear the handlebars. So I hope this video helped, and hope it was able to help you make a determination on what seat to buy.